So I made this cream ale this whenever May, and it was delicious. And it was the first time, no, that's not true, second time I'd used corn. First time I used maize was in a pre-pro triple grain amber lager from Mash Maker. So I wanted to try it again, and I made the cream ale, and it was really nice. And I thought, here I am in the winter, I just got a Pils on tap, I just made a Maibach, and I was thinking what would be another different kind of lightish lager to make. I often do Helles, but then I thought, what if I just make the same grist with lager yeast? So it's basically a cream ale with the corn and the rice and the Pils malt and a lager yeast. So I don't know if it's kind of like a American macro beer. I've got the Vorloff, which I got to add back in, but we're collecting the first runnings. And it's going to basically be like my cream ale. Very similar. I might have used a little bit more Pils malt. I'm using 8 pounds Pils, 2 pounds maize, 1 pound flaked rice. And then I got the Hallertau Hirschbrucker. Got the... well, I gotta add some more details, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty simple. But just kind of really, hopefully, like a really nice light drinker. And we'll see how she goes. So in this grist is this stuff, which is corn. Now on the right you see flaked rice. That's at the bottom of the bag, which is kind of at the bottom down here. But it's just kind of fun to use like a different fermentable ingredient that also is very, you know, traditional in the US at least. I mean, we've used these things for a long time. So I've got my Pils in some of these buckets. So we will get the scale out. And I'll probably do at least 7 pounds. Maybe for grins we'll dial it up to 8 pounds, so that'd be 11 total. And crush the grain. I don't think I have to crush this stuff because it's already, the other stuff I just showed, because it's already pretty pulverized. But I mean, I'll probably just throw it in there just for S&Gs. And yeah, get this brew day going. Here is the yeast starter that I made with washed global yeast. This is the same shot as what you saw from the Maibach video, which should be out before this one. So let's kill the stir plate. The brewing went well. It's gonna be about 1050. I think when I made it this summer it was 1053 or 1052. I'll get a better look at that when I can. But 5 gallons, yeast starter, here goes nothing. And then it's up to the yeast. But there should be plenty of yeast. I can definitely get it within whatever temperature range I want. I've got probably in the upper 40s and the lower 50s. I have like a few different spots, so I'm going to get this all buttoned up, and that'll be it for today. Alright, so we're going to do the, now this one, oh, look at that. Look at that. Got very clear, and it's also kind of lighter-ish in color than some of your favorite all barley beers.
All barley, what are we drinking?
Adjuncts. It's the cream. I think this is all in the previous videos, but it's the Kerstock cream craptastic cream ale recipe with the lager yeast. It went from 1055, which is like kind of big, I guess.
It's a huge, it's an imperial cream ale.
To 1011, brewed on New Year's Day, and it is February 15th today. So It's 6 weeks old. It got kegged on January 11th, so only after 10 days. 8 pounds of raw pills, 2 pounds of flaked maize, 1 pound of flaked rice. 1 ounce of Hallertau Hirschbrucker, measly 2.2% alpha acid. So I was thinking about, did I make the classic American pills? If you look at the grains, I think it's could be this type of a bill. Maybe it would be a little smaller in gravity, maybe smaller for a cream ale too. But that beer, I think, did call for some type of low to moderate hop additions, whereas this beer doesn't have that. So I'm gonna stick with calling it cream lager just to be dumb, and because it's kind of funny and it makes me laugh. But again, those are just words in the air. The beer is in the glass.
I love this new catchphrase.
It only took me 20 years of brewing to come up with that. Enough about that. What do you got in the glass? I mean, really, that's what
It's no words in the air.
it comes down to.
Yeah.
What do you think?
This is super crushable. It's delicious.
I mean, it's
Whatever you want to call it semantically.
It really is, and I loved the cream ale
Mm-hmm.
also. Now, I don't know how a person would get into the weeds with whatever the ale yeast I used would differ from this. You know, if all things were the same, I bet in a side-by-side you'd be probably hard-pressed to, if both got fermented clean, you know, I bet you might be hard-pressed to find the difference, but what would you say? I mean, do you think a lager yeast in this usage is going to give you much of a different result?
It probably depends a lot on the specific strain, but you know, this is just, it's so clean, so stripped down, and so bare. I mean,
Yeah.
it has to be maybe just barely double-digit IBUs.
Yeah.
We were
Not
talking.
much.
We were talking off camera about how like you can pick out some of the adjunct flavors, and especially for those of us who might have grown up stealing sips from adults' macro brews. You know,
Yeah.
like that fermented corn flavor is really evocative.
Well, and so the first time I used corn that I'm aware of was making, and there's a video on this, recipe from here that used barley, corn, rye. Were those the three, or did it
Was
also
there
have?
wheat in there as well?
So it might have been more than even like triple grain. I think it was called triple grain pre-pro amber lager, and I liked the corn and I could taste the corn, and that made me want to brew another beer with corn, and that's when I made the cream ale this past summer.
That's how big corn gets you.
I'm addicted.
gateway
I'm
grain.
addicted to corn.
It's
now.
a gateway
I
grain.
have it all the time. In every beer I make, there's going to be corn heptabites in.
Ooh.
But sorry, I won't do it. But what I was wondering is, I think you can taste the corn. If I wanted a leaner, meaner beer, I forget if it's Miller or Bud that does the corn or the rice. They make fun of each other for whatever the other one uses, but if you took out the corn flavor, then I think this tastes and smells like the beer that you steal from your parents' bench at the softball tournament when you're a little kid and they're doing the softball, and you're like, you just smell the beer and there people are walking around with the cups, and you're like, what is that? But I think it's the corn flavor that gives it like extra flavor, almost.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that, you know, it's an unmalted adjunct, but it still imparts some character.
I guess that would be next summer. If I wanted to, I could make a beer with barley and a little bit of rice, or 20 to 30% rice. I don't know. And just see what
Sky's
would
the
happen.
limit.
Yeah, there's probably some limit. We're not making sake. Yeah,
That'd be a good video.
not that you know. Anyway, cream lager, classic American pills, corn and rice. You don't always have to, as you know if you watch my videos and you ever hear him talk, you don't always have to make 1070 IPAs. Right?
I mean, Not on my account.
Yeah. Alright, well I think that'll do it for now. Thanks for watching. Smash that like and subscribe button. And catch you later.